Okay, so a very quick note to start this here. I am going to go off on a little bit of a rant about the computer part that still hasn't come yet. It was actually the first part I ordered, and I actually paid extra to get that delivered sooner rather than later. I actually ordered a full day before everything else, so there's no real excuse for it not to have come yet. And when you pay extra for something to come early, you understand me a wee bit pissed off that it still hasn't come yet. Like, it's actually past the free delivery date I was offered at this point, and I'm understandably a wee bit annoyed by that there. Like, you're going to hear me talk about it later, but hopefully, like, with that little bit of extra detail, like the fact that it's gone past its free delivery date and I paid extra for it, that little bit of information makes me come across as a bit less of a dick. But yeah, so on to the actual replay itself. Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and today we're going to be looking at one of my games in the Lowe. So, hopefully this is not going to be the Lowe apocalypse again, in terms of like, well, if you remember like about a month ago now probably, like about, I think about 6, or about 5 videos within like two weeks were just all Lowe videos. I went through like a phase where I was playing nothing but this tank because I just like it a lot. So by the way, I should just point out, just because I like this tank, and by the way, this was actually originally recorded live, but the problem I came across was my live commentary was very, very quiet, because it is kind of late at night. I waited all day on the last part coming for my computer, but then after it hit like 9 o'clock, I was just like, yeah, it's not coming. And the most frustrating part of that was the first part I ordered, and I paid extra to get it delivered early. I am raging at that. That is ridiculous. That shit. I actually went back and checked when it was supposed to come. It was supposed to come on Wednesday. It was scheduled to come on Wednesday, and it's Friday now. If it doesn't come on Saturday, I'm opening a complaint against the guy who bought it off, because this is ridiculous. Like this, like, you might think I'm being stupid, but I want to have my computer ready by the start of like hopefully mid next week. I'm hoping it'll be done and ready to use. So it's kind of insane that I'm still waiting on like the last part to come. And the thing is, the other part that I didn't need immediately came already, and nothing that was scheduled to come on like I think Saturday. So I don't know what the hell. It's just so weird. Some parts came early, and like the one part I needed to come early, and wanted to come first, didn't come yet, and it's just I'm frustrating as hell. But yeah, I've just realised I'm kind of neglecting the actual game. So in the Lowe, like now, I just want to make something very clear about the Lowe right now. The Lowe can be either a marvel to play, or it can be an incredibly frustrating vehicle to play. And you're going to see both sides of the coin in this game, as far as I can recall. So, yep, that just happened. So, one thing you do need to be aware of if you're going to get a Lowe, if you do not fully aim your shots, you're going to miss. As with that shot there. Like the one thing I do have to say about the Lowe though is, if you're using any gun depression at all, the turret is immensely strong. It really, really is. So we are currently fighting this Chrysler GF. It's honestly like I don't think these guys are all firing APCR because of me. I think it's because of the Chrysler GF. I mean, they can all pay me with no real issue, but the Chrysler GF, they have all. And by the way, this was an extremely risky shot, but it paid off, so I'm gonna take it. Yeah, the Chrysler GF, these guys are all firing premium rounds because of the Chrysler GF. Like, see all the yellow coming up in the hit thing in the bottom left. Well, this thing here, just to show you what I mean. Like, all the yellow, those are premium rounds. All the non-yellow, that's not premium rounds. So yeah, now we're in the situation where I'm on 467 health. I've lost pretty much 1150 health already, and is that IS3 dead? I actually didn't check during the game. Yep, he's dead. That's why he was in there. Heavy corner, not good. Gotta do summit. I don't know what summit means. Don't know. Just gonna leave that there. I don't know what summit means. I know summit's like the top of a mountain, but well, like the last ridge before a mountain, or something. But yeah. The way in that context, I don't know what that means. But we're now against an Object 263 and a Lowe. So the Lowe is only on 413 health, and the Chrysler GF has lost about half of his health. But as you're saying, like the Chrysler GF, its armor is so powerful that tier 10s have to fire premium rounds at. I mean, that's ridiculous. It really is. and he put the final shot into the Lowe, leaving him on a one shot for whoever shooting at him. Artillery could splash him by about pretty much their max range, and I immediately put a shot into the Object 263 to try and track him. Because right now I'm thinking like backing out is probably the best option. I'm just trying to time it, so that I don't lose a bunch of health. And this Chrysler GF moves forward in a way I'm thinking like, oh, maybe we're going to like rush this guy and get rid of him. But then I realized, no wait, this is the tier 10 tank destroyer that has the fast reload. Other than this is the original fast reload tank destroyer at tier 10. Like before the STRV 103B, this was that thing was the original like quick reload tier 10 tank destroyer. The closest thing to a Jagdtiger gun at tier 10, from what I recall. And now, so they have a super Pershing and a Lowe along with the Object 263. So this isn't looking great because they have tier 10 and 2 tier 8s versus 2 tier 8s. This is not looking great, but we do have the positional advantage in my opinion because, well, we have a bot shot that's actually moving towards us, and I just want to take a second here. Why on earth is a T110E3 sitting there? Initially at the start of this game, I thought he was hanging out there because he was trying to get shots on people who were coming across, this area here. That's what I thought he was doing. But why on earth is he hanging out there? He has some of the heaviest armor at tier 10, and he's there. Seriously? And he stays there. That's pretty much like he stays within, I think, about 50 meters of the cap circle the entire game. So it does work out in the end. But seriously, come on, what the hell? And that was a risky shot, and the gun puts it straight into the ground anyway. So even if I had, I think it probably would have bounced. But still. It completely missed anyway, so Lowe gun for you. This is honestly like prior to the buffs this thing got in I think it was patch 9.17. This thing's gun was its selling point, and the gun, as you've seen, the gun hasn't changed at all except gun depression since 9.17. As you've clearly seen in this game, the gun doesn't hit where you're aiming very often at all. You need to full aim. If you do not full aim, you're going to miss. That's just the rule that I've learned of this gun. I keep trying it anyway because, well, I pray to RNGs pretty much and hope for the best. But the gun is just, it's so unreliable. It's incredibly frustrating to use, and I'm playing it really, really ballsy here because this Object 263, yep, he's still firing a PCR. And the 1321 hits me from the side, and I immediately get like kind of spooked by that, and I'm immediately like, nope, fall back, get behind some kind of cover, don't want to get hit by that guy again. Next shot will probably pan. And by the way, I was thinking that guy was coming up the ridge here, but I was like, where the hell is he? But then I realized, nope, he's in the background. My bad. And now I'm kind of worried about the Lowe. I'm trying to think where he's going to be, and I immediately snapped my turret left there because I was just like surprised by him, and he misses his shot completely. And then I hit mine and kill him off. So I have not fired a single premium round in this game. But then again, I didn't have a Chrysler GF to fight against. So I can't actually, I can't get mad about those guys firing so many premium rounds. I'm a little annoyed that they continued to do it after the Chrysler GF died. But it's like firing against the Chrysler GF doesn't matter what tank you're in. It's a real pain in the ass to kill one of those things. And Object 263 is a really low health tank, and I tried a risky shot there, hoping for the best, and that was still an APCR round, so he's still firing APCR, which is annoying to say the least. And that was a perfect shot there. The gun just puts it into the ground again. I don't think any of this is my fault, by the way. Like, I genuinely don't think, like, the occasional shot I will take credit for as me being shit shot, but most of those shots should have hit, but the gun just decides sometimes just go, nope, nah, you're not gonna hit that shot. No, you're not gonna get that shit either. It's just, it's incredibly annoying sometimes. It really, really is. So, and here you're gonna see like the buffed mobility of the Lowe. If this had been the old Lowe, I would still be climbing this hill for another 15 or 20 seconds. Whereas with the buffed Lowe's part away ratio, it's only gonna take me another like 10 seconds. But I would still probably be about here if it was the old Lowe's mobility. That just shows you how bad the part away ratio on the old Lowe was. So let's see. So there's an STRVS 1 spotted over to my left, and my immediate thought is, okay, I need to try and get a shot on this guy, get rid of his gun from the game. That thing has a deadly gun. I want to get rid of it, and I aimed the shot. That was fully aimed. Here's track because screw me. This gun is just, and if this guy had had any sense, he would have moved forward, but he didn't. So, or move forward or back or drop down or something, but instead he sat there and allowed me to kill him pretty much. So, the bat shot, last time I saw him, I think he was on like still like 1100 health or something. So, I was thinking at this point, yeah, the bat shot's got wherever he comes towards him. But I think the 5100 caught him at the worst possible time whenever he was reloading, or otherwise the 5100 rammed him or something. Like those are the only two situations I can think of like where the bat shot gets killed like that. And that I didn't realize that had happened initially in the game. And this is what I mean with this gun. I think that hit his gun. Like that was aimed at his hull, completely aimed at his hull. Hit his gun. This gun's accuracy can be incredibly frustrating. Sometimes it's closer to the WZ-111 1.4's accuracy than it is to the Actually, I would say my shots with the WZ-111 1.4 I feel like hit more often than the shots with this thing. But right now we are winning, and by the way, I forgot to actually mention this is a tier 10 game concerning like the Batshot T123. What was our other tier 10? The Sheridan and the WZ-1321, the Leopard 1, and the Object 263 on the enemy team. I completely forgot it was a tier 10 game. Not even gonna lie. One thing, like, the one thing I do have to say about this here, it doesn't feel particularly like that was also I think probably pretty close to killing that guy. I think I got a little bit by RNG there and just missed where the guy was actually at. So E3 says 3 useless meds. I'm not sure who he's talking about, but you have to admit, like, why wasn't E3 still that close to the base that long into the game? That's a genuine question. Like, why? Just why? And the 5100 killed the Batshot artillery, so now I'm alone versus 2. But I'm going to get lucky. Oh well, no, I'm going to get unlucky. I meant to say I said lucky by accident. But the Leopard 1's only on 45 health, so I should theoretically be able to beat him. He fires his shot just goes into space, and I managed to finish him off. That took a massive load off there, I'm not gonna lie. Why do I keep saying I'm not gonna lie? That's something I really need to stop saying. I always catch on to these wee things that I do from time to time, and then I point it out and everybody else is aware of it now, and everybody's going to just kind of like, everybody's just going to like point it out, just be like, oh yeah, you said it like 12 times in this game. And I think I said it a lot in the M46 Patton game as well. I don't know where I picked these things up, it's weird. But yeah, that Leopard 1 missing the shot there took a massive load off and then allowed me to like more confidently aim that shot. But yeah, I was pretty confident the 5100 was going to come around that side, stick a shot in this front turret, and this is pretty much perfect positioning for me. If this 5100 had been more aggressive and actually rushed me completely, he would have killed me here. But he decided to be a bit passive at the last possible second, and this is what's going to screw the game up for him. If actually think about it right now, the Leopard 1, if the Leopard 1 had had a little more patience, I would have been dead here. That's why I was actually thinking, like, at the time, whenever I was over in that position there, I was genuinely thinking, oh yep, this game's lost. There's nothing I can do. But then the Leopard 1 rushed me the way he did, and I think it may have just been a rush of adrenaline or something that Leopard 1 had, because that wasn't the smartest move, to be honest. And yeah, again, didn't realize where he was initially quite fast enough, and he gets a shot, or he gets away without getting shot. So here I have a bit of a moment of genius. I'm just like, I could use this. I immediately dive behind this here, and gun elevation on the Lowe allows me to get a shot into him without him being able to get shot back into me. And the great thing about that there, that was the Lowe's, the dead Lowe I killed earlier basically saved me there, and 5100 gets lucky again. Oh well, or I get unlucky, depending on how you look at it. And now I'm thinking, like, if the 5100 goes behind those rocks, I'm screwed. I can't catch him. But I knew for a fact I could take a hit from him there. I have no idea what gun he was using, actually. He could have been using the 90mm, or he could have been using the, actually, let's see, oh yeah, no, never mind. He was using the 100mm. I just realized I actually bounced a couple shots from him, and there were 300 alpha. So yeah, he was using the top gun. He had 232 pen. And I knew for a fact I could take a one hit from him, but he massively low rolled there. I mean, that was an insane low roll. I mean, he did 249. That's nearly in the ballpark of an 88mm damage output, and it's actually less than the average damage output for a 100mm, like medium tank 100mm. But yeah, so that was pretty lucky because the 5100 I think had a sudden like rush of shit to the brain there, where he just kind of like sat there and let me shoot him. Don't know why, but I'm not gonna complain about it because I got 6 kills, 3100 damage, 4460 damage blocked by armor, and 146 assistance damage. No idea what that was for. Probably from artillery or something. But yeah, that was a pretty solid game in my opinion. It was really, really long. It was, let's see, it was 12 minutes. Yeah, 12 minutes. So that was a really, really long game. But overall, I'm happy enough with the way I played that game. I think I just got a bit too cocky with the occasional shot and just kind of tried snapshotting. Even though I know the rule of this tank is fully in the shot or you're going to miss, I keep disobeying my own rule. And yeah, it's just a force of habit from playing so many other tanks where RNG tends to give you a bit more luck. But yeah, I think the buffs to this thing here were pretty much perfect. Like back in 917, I know it was ages ago now, but I think it was before Christmas actually thinking about it. Jeez, that's weird. Um, but the buffs they gave this thing are pretty much perfect. It's like this tank is genuinely fun to play. It's not overpowered. Like nobody would argue the Lowe is overpowered because his gun is just so fucking frustrating. Um, but like the one thing I don't like is these white bands, like these bands here. They don't really work very well on a winter camo, especially when the winter camo comes up here. So it's very difficult to actually see them. Like I don't know. I'm not really entirely sure what the hell to even say about that. I just feel like that's a bit of a flaw with the actual like winter camo skin. So let's see. Anything else I really need to say about this here? Now that I can think about that, man. So let's go on to the post game stats. Okay, so this game was worth an ace tanker, I believe Top Gun, and a steel wall, bizarrely, but I guess that's probably because I was the last person alive. I suspect other people probably would have gotten the steel wall if they have lived. But let's see, so 68,206 credits with our premium account, 1,457 base XP. Top of the team, 30,100 damage, 6 kills. The highest damage in that game was the Leopard on the enemy team. So yeah, my guess is that guy probably had a sudden rush of shit to the brain and derped that game away, honestly. I think more than likely he probably would have won if he had just had a wee bit more patience, but I guess maybe he just had like a sudden rush of excitement or something. Okay, so 31 shots fired, 21 hits, 14 penetrations, so that's actually a really, really bad ratio, if I'm completely honest. So, maybe try and work on that, although not really much I can do with the gun, it's just refusing to hit sometimes, or sometimes just hitting like the worst part of the armor. Um, or well, like the worst part of the armor if you're providing you're like facing the tank, if that makes sense. So 3,100 damage, 21 shots from distance of over 300 minutes. Really? Huh. That's a lot more than I would have expected, if I'm honest. Um, 14 hits received, 4 penetrations, 10 non-penetrations, 4,460 block by armor. Shot six vehicles, killed 6 vehicles. Let's see. Damage caused by assistance, 146. And after you take away the credit cost, or like the shell cost, I only made 29,410 credits in that game. So, yeah, that's the one huge disadvantage to the Lowe, if I'm completely honest. The shell cost is kind of ridiculous. If I'm 100% honest, the shell cost is kind of bullshit. I mean, it's 1,050 or something like that there per shot. So it costs a lot of money to fire this gun, and it really, really hurts your profits. If I'm 100% honest, like that is like one of the huge disadvantages to actually driving the Lowe consistently. So it's kind of unfortunate. Not really much you can do about that. There, the best you can really do is make sure you do damage to as many vehicles as possible. But yeah, the ammo cost is a real hindrance to this thing's ability to make credits. But at least its damage to cost ratio, I think, is better than the FV4202s. The FV4202, I think, costs like 560 per shot to fire. And does 230 alpha. This thing costs like 1,030 a shot and does 320 alpha. So I think this thing's technically a little better or a little worse. I'm not 100% sure on that actually. But I think the best premium tank in the game in terms of like the credit to damage ratio. As far as I remember, is the M4 Revelries. The Revelries gets like the shot I think either costs a little bit more or a little bit less than the FE4202 shot, but it does 390 alpha. Like that's pretty bizarre actually. Like I think that's the only premium tank in the game that really has like a ratio that's as good as that. So yeah, overall it was a really solid game. Yet again, like I feel like it's my last like 4 games in a row have been me bottom tier. But it's kind of bizarre. But these have like most of my best games right now have actually been when I've been bottom tier. It's weird. Um, I haven't had too many good games when I've been top tier. Most of the top tier games I've had have either been too slow to actually react to something, you can get a lot of damage out, or my team has just stomped the enemy team and I haven't had a chance to get much damage out. So it's a wee bit bizarre, but hell, I'm not gonna complain. It allows me to show off games where I'm fighting against the odds pretty much. But the thing is, it doesn't really feel that impressive because I'm only facing 3 tier 10s max, and 3 tier 10s, like it's not a fair fight if you're fighting in a tier 8, but you can theoretically kill most tier 10s in a tier 8 because, well, if you don't know, most tier 10s are medium tanks, and medium tanks don't typically have the best armor except for the case the E50M or the Object 140. Well, yeah, I'm trying to think of something else to say, but I really can't. So, hopefully I'll be able to get my new computer set up, running all on set to my specifications. Um, some point mid next week. It's going to be delayed because of the goddamn part that won't come. Um, so yeah, hopefully I can get that all set up and all, and there won't be any issues from that point forward. I may wind up getting the person to wipe my current hard drive and put Windows 10 on it because currently, if you don't know, I'm still using Windows 7. I haven't decided yet on that there. I might just keep all my old stuff and just transfer the old hard drive into my new computer. Haven't 100% decided on that there because I do realize that will actually slow down, they'll artificially slow down the new computer because it's an older hard drive. I should have probably bought an SSD thinking about it, but SSDs are still pretty freaking expensive. I know they're a lot less expensive than they used to be, but it's still a lot of money on the SSD, even if they don't even have that much storage space on them. So yeah, I'm still a bit iffy on getting one of those, but I may need to get one in the future. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.